Hi Libra, welcome to your monthly oracle reading for May. So I am using two different decks. I've already meditated on you and shuffled just so I'm not wasting too much time for you shuffling. I hope you don't mind that, but let me know if you do and if you like the whole shuffling. So I'll go ahead and give you your messages right away. Your first card, and this is from the deck Earth Magic. It's really beautiful card. I don't have the cover here, but if you're interested to know the name, I'll put it down in the comments. So just shoot me a message if you like. But your first card is Shaman, Ancient Healing Wisdom. Beautiful card here. Okay. Second card, and this from Healing with the Fairies, you have Letting Go. What does Libra need to let go of? The first thing that came into your mind, that's probably it. So here we are. And you end the month. Look at you. You have a little vacation there. Beautiful. I know that's going to excite you. A lot of Libras love to travel. So that's beautiful. Okay. So this one here, the shaman, it says ancient healing wisdom. Okay. For some of you, um, shaman, he lives his life. It's an individual that lives his or her life in ceremony. Doesn't necessarily need to be a man, but um, it's a person very in touch with their spiritual side, source. Okay, it's a person that's very reflective on their inner self, but connection to the world around them, nature, especially animals. They're really in tune with spirit. Okay, it's a person that could look at a tree and just find the beauty and understands that the tree is just as living as we are and observing life around it as well. Our ancestors are in those trees, okay, and they're guiding us. So that's what I mean. It's all one energy and we're all very connected, okay? Shamans love to be in a sacred space, okay? Um, and they're very grateful, okay? They're very grateful of people and things around them. They're very mindful, okay? And in today's world, it's kind of opposite what we're doing. We're multitasking. We're doing a million things at a time. We have music, we have the television on, we're cooking, we're cleaning, we're going to work, we're, taking care of others all the time, we're partying. So my point is there's too much hustle and bustle out there, okay? And this is a card that's telling you that you need to create that sacred space, especially if you go around nature now with summer coming. And just get back in tune with nature, and being around nature will help fill you with inspiration and creative energy and new energy and give you more clarity, okay? So it's all about just being appreciative of the beauty that already exists around you. And for those like maybe inquiring about health, it could be that you need to be doing something a little bit more alternative, okay? An alternative form of medicine. So, going back to what people have done way back in the day, that lived more natural lives, eating more wholesome foods, okay? Cutting down any preservatives in your system, sugar, caffeine, too much alcohol, okay? Living more balanced and natural, okay? Especially with herbs. I'm feeling some of you might be interested in this topic, but perhaps you could even be studying these subjects as well. So anything that have to do with the healing arts, okay? Could be dealing with energy, it could be Reiki, it could be crystals, herbs, anything like that. So this card, I mean, it's very general, but you could apply it in many different ways, okay? You could even meet a wise person on your path or a counselor at this time. It could be a spiritual teacher where they help you out on your journey and on your self development. You could be this person actually. So you could be the one that where your life calling, it involves some sort of spiritual teaching, okay? And many of you are probably waiting for that message. So this is a card that's saying, you could do that. And it's to reassure you that, you don't need to be reading all these books and doing all these courses if if you feel like, oh, I got to take one more course, I need one more certificate, you're already there. You're already ready, and you're ready to soar, to spread your wings and just start helping people if that's what you desire. We're all in this together, okay? And each person lifts up. If you just take one person and lift up their energy, they'll have a very large effect on people around them. Okay, so if you feel like, oh, I wish I could help more, trust me, just one person at a time, that's enough. Okay, that's enough to create a difference, especially if you're focusing on just on one person, helping them change and raise their vibration. That does a lot of good for the planet and humanity altogether. So I hope that makes sense for you. It's all about the ancient healing wisdom. Maybe in a romantic sense, for some, you might be meeting a partner around this time that's, that's more interested and, spiritually minded like yourself. So they might be on that same wavelength as you. And maybe it's someone you've been seeking for a long time. And for you, you want that emotional, the physical, intellectual, and spiritual attraction. Okay, you're seeking a soulmate. For those of you seeking, but you want someone on that same level as you, and some might find it this month or going into next month. Okay, so there is someone. Okay, sometimes this type of person, they don't, like, they could be in disguise. You might think they're not good for you or they're toxic, but they might have an important message for you in regards to you healing or opening your heart. Okay, so people do come as a blessing in disguise sometimes. So you never know, but you'll figure it out at the end of the month going forward into summer. So there's something you need to let go of, okay? This is a card that's saying you've been trying to control a situation a little bit too much. It could be in your work environment. It could be with your personal relationships. This is saying just go with the flow and try not to be so much of a control freak at times, okay? So just kind of ride the wave and see like where it gets you. Of course, do it with mindfulness. If a situation you're not comfortable with and that's not good for you, where you need to set boundaries. But overall, this is a card that's saying, you've been stressing, you've been thinking too much about something. Just let it go and just do whatever your heart at that moment desires. Whatever drive you get to do something, then do it. But if it's causing you stress and anxiety, it's saying maybe now is not the right time to deal with it. Let it go for now, and later you might get the answer and deal with it at a later time. Okay? So there you go. And more stress and desperation just leads to even more anxiety. So just be careful with that. But you do need a break overall, okay? And go somewhere, I feel like, very tropical with lots of forest around. It's very colorful, as you can see in the picture. Some of you might be planning to do this near the summer months, so this is a great month, especially when all the retrogrades they're done with, and most of the planets are going forward right now. Just make sure of that with the dates, because I'm not quite sure. There was too many of them. But I know Venus went direct on the 3rd. It goes full motion mid-month. So for you, if you needed to do any changes with beauty, like surgeries, this is a great time to go for it, okay? Especially working on your appearance, it'll be very favorable because you feel now you're back in your element, okay? But take a little bit of a break to reflect. You've been working too hard, and think about what it is you really want. It doesn't have to be going with a plane or a ship or, a train somewhere. It could even be taking a different route home, observing a different neighborhood, booking a hotel in your own hometown or a little bit outside, and, just taking a bit of a break from the ordinary and the routine, okay? So beautiful cards here. But if you can go and get some sunshine, be around water. Libras love that. So make sure you schedule that time, okay? Or, maybe it's going to be on a vacation where you come across a more simple person and a more simple way of living, and you decide to, create a more simple life for yourself, especially if you're living, like North American culture, it's all about, work, success. You got to be busy. Busy is like, you know, forced upon us, okay? Because me too, I live in that type of culture. So it can be very hard to create that sanctuary with people around you, the communication. So you will be inspired by a more simple way of life. I do feel that this month. And it's time to let go. Whatever it is that's holding you back from moving forward, whether it's like a person, a job, or your attachments, maybe you have a lot of stuff. Maybe you're thinking to sell some things. I know I am. So I'm letting go of a lot of like clothing I don't need, give it to people who do need it, who will appreciate it more than you just letting it sit in your closets for years on end. So just be very mindful of that. Okay, so I hope you have a great month, guys. I wish you all the best. I hope the message resonates with you, and I'll see you next month. Bye bye.